And welcome to the final day of these 3 day challenge. We are just resetting the stress with self-kindness. My name is Melike Hussein. I'm a certified mindfulness teacher, conscious breathing coach, and a qualified nurse. And it's my great pleasure to finish this wonderful challenge with you. So today is day 3. We already covered lots of ground. So this is where we are today. But let me just kind of do a recap of what we have done, and then I will explain what we will be doing today. But we have half an hour, and this is mostly about practice. So on day 1, we start to understand what is our inner critic, and we've done that by starting to become aware of it. After all, we cannot change what we don't know. And together we practiced a meditation practice which allows us to start to gain awareness of our inner critic. And we also learned a breathwork practice, which is to use when our inner critic rears its head, because those are the times that we start to feel a little bit anxious, a little bit agitated. So breathing, this breathwork practice is there to give you that calm, clear space in your body and mind so that you can respond rather than acting out or reacting to the inner critic. On day 2, we start to take one step closer and we start to discover our inner critic, and start to take power away from it, and which meant noticing our inner critic for what it is. It is simply a thought. It is not a truth. It is not a fact to be believed in. And we practiced a meditation together, and it was all about how do we approach and relate to our inner critic as a thought, and to take the power away from it, because we give it power when we engage with it, when we get into a dialogue or trying to push away or shut it down. So we simply approach it as a thought and observe from a distance. And then we also did a breathwork practice yesterday, and this was all about how do we find safe sense of safety and grounding when inner critic is trying to shake our self-belief. And today is the last day. So today is all about how do we bring self-kindness into our lives. And we are going to do a wonderful meditation together so that you can actually experience how does it feel to give kindness to yourself. And also we will do a breathwork practice. And I love it. It is such a simple and beautiful breathing practice. It's all about how do we open our heart space with gentleness and compassion, which are the core ingredients of self-kindness too. As you can see, in 3 days we covered a lot of ground. So we have such a packed challenge. So I really propose that we have a different way of relating to ourselves, and it is with compassion, love, and kindness. Because so far we learned that self-criticism, therefore any fear-based motivation, do not work. Studies have shown that self-criticism, whether it's the harsh word or action, actually triggers our body's fight or flight or stress response as if an actual physical danger would. And if self-criticism is something that you use as a strategy constantly, you really activate emotions not only of fear, but anger and anxiety directed towards yourself. And these emotions will not help you to feel better, become better. They don't help you to change. Instead, they makes you feel overwhelmed and feeling bad about yourself. As I mentioned, the much better way of relating to ourselves is self-kindness. And self-kindness in a nutshell for me is treating yourself as if you would a best friend, which your words and actions are kind, compassionate, and loving. And I want to share a few science-backed facts which emphasize why we need to bring more self-kindness into our lives. So the simple thing is being kind to ourselves is shown to stimulate our body's rest and digest response, which is our body's natural mode to recharge and rejuvenate itself. So this is very important that we give ourselves that kind words once in a while, just to keep ourselves in that balanced nervous system mode. And also, studies have shown that people practicing self kindness were better able to acknowledge their mistakes and imperfections and learn from them. Therefore, they can change, they can grow. This is because they are having such a positive attitude towards themselves. They allow themselves to admit their failings without feeling overwhelmed by negative emotions. Instead, if you're using self criticism as a motivation tool, all it does is gives you 10 sense of being overwhelmed and sense of feeling bad. So self-kindness in a nutshell is a way to give, kind of, it helps us to have an emotionally robust and a platform to grow from, to learn from. And it is not being weak. It is self-kindness, for me, is being strong. So let's do a brief practice, meditation practice, so that you can just feel how delicious it is to be kind to yourself. So our meditation practice is kindness to self, and you can ideally practice this in a seated position, but if you feel like, you can lie down too. So let's start by finding the comfortable position. Your back straight. Allow yourself to be comfortable yet slightly alert. Wonderful. And I invite you to close your eyes or drop your gaze softly on the floor in front of you. And let's start by taking a few moments just to become aware of your body within the space. Notice the contact with the chair or mat or whatever you're sitting on or lying down on. Notice, how do you feel in your body? Notice if there are any pockets of tension. If so, just gently release them with a gentle stretch. And let's take a moment to rest your attention on your breath now. Allow your breath to flow naturally, the way that it flows in and out every day. In, out, in, out. Beautiful. And right now, there's no need to change your breathing in any way. Just allow yourself to observe your breathing. That is all we are doing right now. And now let's remember a time when someone was kind to you. It can be a large act of kindness or small, but please remember it as best as you can, and connect with it. Connect with how it felt to be the recipient of kindness. Remembering a time when someone was kind to you. Which emotions you felt when you received this act of kindness. Describe those emotions, give them clear labels. And where did you feel these emotions in your body? Perhaps it's in your chest, your gut, shoulders, somewhere else in your body. Where did you feel these emotions evoked by this act of kindness that you received from someone? and how these emotions feel in your body. Sensations that you are noticing or you noticed back then would have qualities. Perhaps it is static, perhaps it's changing in shape. So, how these emotions felt in your body. So, we are noticing that act of kindness that you received, how it cascades through your body, with the emotions that it creates and with the sensations that it creates in your body. So, that act of kindness, that's kindness, has an emotional and physical footprint, impression. And as you remember that feeling of being recipient of this kindness, can you do that for yourself too? Can you think about being kind to yourself and perhaps say something like, may I be well? It may seem strange, perhaps it's not something that you have done before, but it is good to wish yourself well. May I be well. And now, can you try another phrase? Perhaps, may I be happy? Just say it and see what happens, if anything. And notice any thoughts or feelings that might be emerging in response to that phrase. Perhaps, I don't deserve to be happy, I will never be happy, or this exercise is silly. It is okay. Whatever thoughts come to your mind, just remember that they are just thoughts. You don't have to believe them. Let them come and go and stay with this meditation practice. And now you might try other phrases. Perhaps, may things go well for me. May I be healthy. Or use your own phrase. Whatever you would like to say to yourself. Don't force it. Just say it with kindness and see what happens. Now let's gently bring your awareness to your breathing and allow it to flow naturally. And once again, we are observing the breath. In, out, in, out. And now let's broaden your awareness from breath to your entire body. Notice any sensations that you might be noticing. Notice anything that you are experiencing with your five senses. And as we are approaching to the end of our practice, let's start to move our fingers and toes. Give yourself a gentle stretch. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So, welcome back. So, I will ask a question, so you can just write this to your journal later on. How was it to sit with the experience of kindness, and what did you notice during this practice? I will touch upon at the end that journaling is a wonderful practice to do, and I really encourage you to capture your experiences, your thoughts, and feelings after each practice. So just check in with yourself and take a notice. How was it for you to sit with this experience? Wow, wonderful. So, if you're ready, let's do the breath exercise. I love this, the breath exercise. It's such a simple, cute little exercise, and it is really warming. It really just warms me inside out. So, it is going to be very, very simple. We are going to be inhaling and exhaling the way that we do. So, if you're breathing in through the nose or mouth, continue to breathe in that way. But initially, we will slow down our breath. So we are going to be inhale and exhale in equal lengths for 4 seconds each, just to give ourselves a kind of a gentle space of breathing. And then I will encourage you to let go, but I will guide you through gently. So, once again, let's find a comfortable seated position, or if you want to lie down, you can lie down. And when you're ready, close your eyes or drop your gaze on the floor in front of you. And for now, let's take a couple of moments just to notice our breath again. Actually, our body again to start with. Notice your shoulders and allow them to drop and relax. And notice your face muscles and allow them to relax. Beautiful. And let's turn your attention to your breathing now and allow it to flow naturally for a few more moments. So allow it to come in and go out as it flows every day. There's no need to change it right now. Simply observe your inhales as they come in and exhales as they go out. That is all. Wonderful. And shortly we will start to slow down our breath. And we are going to keep it there a little while. Initially, I will guide the breathing, and then I will ask you to set your own pace. Wonderful. On my count and with me. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale and continue on your pace, counting to 4 and exhaling to the count of 4. So keep your pace, inhaling and exhaling to the count of 4. We are going to stay here for a few rounds, and then we are going to let go of the breath and allow it to slow naturally. For now, just allow yourself to ease into that gentle flow of the breath, slower flow of the breath. And when you finish the next exhale, allow your breath to come to the slow flow naturally. So there's no more need to count the breath. Inhales are easy and slow, and exhales are relaxed. And as you're inhaling, imagine that air around you is infused with kindness, So when you inhale, you're breathing in the kindness. And as you breathe out, kindness permeates your whole body. You're inhaling, bringing the kindness which is all around you, the kindness that you give to others so freely. So you're taking the kindness with the breath. And as you're breathing out, just feel the kindness permeating your whole body. Inhaling, bringing the kindness in, and exhaling, allowing the kindness to permeate through the body. We can actually visualize it. We can visualize kindness as a color, a beam of light. Inhaling, bring the kindness in, and exhaling, allowing the kindness to permeate your body. Allow your breath to flow slowly. Allow your body to feel settled down. Your breath feeling nice, easy, slow. And with each inhale, imagine and feel that kindness coming in. It's almost like we are benefiting from the kindness that we give to others so freely. We are breathing in kindness too. And as you're breathing out, feel that kindness, that beam of light, of vision permeating your body. Let's take a deep inhale. Bring a big amount of kindness into your lungs, into your heart area, and let go with a relaxed exhale. Allow it to diffuse to every cell in your body. And notice how are you feeling in your body right now. Perhaps you already have a smile on your face like I have. And as we are ending our practice, let's start to move your fingers and toes. Give your body a gentle stretch, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Hello and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this breathing practice. It's all about slowing down the breath and allow us to visualize the kindness. It is intangible, but you can imagine it as a vision, as a beam of light. I hope you really enjoyed it. So, this is the end of day 3 practice, and we really completed the 3 days. So let's just do a recap. As you can see, we have covered so much ground today. We've done a kindness to self meditation, and we done a breath work to open the heart space, but we already have 4 more practices from days 1 and 2. So what do we do? How do we practice going forward? So we learned some knowledge, we learned some science, and we learned definitely lots of practices. So the key to change is practice. I really encourage you to practice every day. If you can do 2 breathwork practices, one in the morning, one in the evening, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that is perfect. And you can just choose. You have 3 different breathwork options, so choose one of them. And change practice. Just practice something different every day. And Also, I really encourage you to do meditation. So if you can do at least one meditation a day, that would be ideal. If you have time, please practice more. And I will send the videos to you. So for the first week, just try to practice with my videos. But after a while, if you can just practice every single one of them within a minute or two. So you can just practice on your own time much more quicker. So often and repetitive practice is the key. Consistency is the key. And I really encourage you to do journaling. And what do we journal? Every day I journal at least three things that I am grateful for about myself, my life, my successes, whatever it might be. Three is the minimum. If I can come up with more, definitely come up with more. And I also journal what my experiences are. So even after all these years, every time I practice, something else and something new might appear. I just become aware of something. I write all of these. How was my practice, whether it's mindfulness, meditation, or breath work? What emerged for me? What did I experience? Do I have any questions? So I just write everything down. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. Repetitive practice and reflecting on your experiences are really, really important. These are my contact details. If you have any questions, please do feel free to reach out. It was really amazing to share this 3-day challenge with you. I know that so many of you will be bringing this into your lives, which is hugely, hugely amazing. Thanks for your attention and hope you can join me soon. Bye.